guys, welcome back to my channel. This segment is called In the Kitchen, but today I'm doing rundown fish, and it's actually coconut curried fish, but in Jamaica we call it rundown. And I'll walk you through all the steps of how to do it, and if there's any question, just let me know. These were bought at Walmart. They're already frozen. These are tilapia. I already took most of the scales off, but you have to rub the knife along the fin right here or along the tail, and actually you can cut the tails off if you want, but what they don't do, they don't take the gill out, because the gut is already out, because the gut is what helps the fish to spoil quickly. But you got to take these out. These are the gills. These are called the fish gill, and you got to take that out and clean out the head like that. I usually cut this in two. Just put it on a cutting board and just cut it in two. So I don't mind it that way. Before I start cooking them. With this, you can just go from here straight to your pot. What I'm showing is exactly how I cook it for this beautiful, authentic Jamaican taste. This is my bowls, and I'm gonna season, put them in once I get certain season over them. These here are my seasoning that I'm gonna use. As are getting your ingredients together, you know what to get, because sitting here all clean and ready to be seasoned. So here I have, this is my coconut milk. I don't need this right now, but I have a little salt, I have a little garlic, and this is just garlic powder. No salt is in the garlic powder. None of my seasoning have salt except for this Creole season, and I really like it. It gives everything a good taste, even soup. But anyways, this, like I said, this is the garlic powder, no salt. It's Miss Dash onion and herb, no salt. This is the chicken grilling blend, salt free. All of Miss Dash seasonings are salt free. This is the garlic and herb, salt free. This is the table blend, and it's salt free. They're all salt free. Here I have some crushed pepper, so I won't need more than this, and I have some curry right here. This is just a regular curry that I got at my grocery store, and believe me, if I was in Jamaica, this is not a curry I'd be using. It doesn't taste as good or as authentic as the Jamaican curry, and to me, ever since I've been trying curry since I came out here, this is the closest to Jamaican curry that I've tasted, so I always stick to this. And here I have this Creole seasoning, and you guys know all these seasoning. You can get them wherever. You can get this at Walmart, the dollar store. You can get crushed pepper anywhere. This is the same pepper like they use at Pizza Hut and all that. You can get that, and that's just if you like spice, because after all these pepper, it's gonna be spicy. But if you're not a spice person, what you can do is just exclude the spice. So I start with salt usually, so I like to put a little salt. Of all the pieces that I have, and to me it really doesn't matter what comes first. I don't put the curry on it right away, just to make that clear. I put everything except the curry. I'll show you how I use the curry, of course. to garlic to that. So probably 1 clove of garlic to that. I could put a lot of garlic because I like natural seasoning. I like to know what's in my seasoning. So like the garlic, that's why I love Mustache. For like the garlic herb, it's just garlic and the reason I spray this is because it's because I don't want the fish to stick. I put the pot on and I spray. I add a little warm water. Just a little warm water. Like that. I don't let the pot get too hot. Then I add a little garlic to that. And then I'll add my fish. The garlic because I want it to marinate the fish from the bottom, because once the fish start cooking, I don't turn them over because they're gonna break up. So then I add all 4 pieces. And it would be nice if you have like a wider pot where all 4 pieces can hold in the bottom without touching, because otherwise when you're ready to share it out or to take it out, if you use 4 pieces, you may break them. But I know how to take them out, so I don't break them. And like I said, once everything is in, you don't stir the pot at all. So what I do is just add whatever seasoning was in it, which was some garlic. So I started with some garlic, put that on the fish. Right? Over here, I have my coconut milk. This is a can of coconut milk. It says Caribbean Joy. I got this at the dollar store, Jamaican. So I use a lot of coconut milk. So if I can get it for $1 and it doesn't taste different from the $5 or the $3 one, I'll take it. So I just pour that in the pot. You see, this is not thick enough to even add any water to the can. But sometimes if I get the dollar store, if I get the Walmart one, it's a little thicker. So I'll add some water and rinse the pan. But I didn't do that. What I'm gonna do is add a little water in this. This is what the fish was in. It still has some seasoning and some garlic. So I'm gonna add a little water and then I'm gonna pour it over the fish. Added enough so the fish could enough to cover the fish. I try to cover the fish. You don't have to, but I just try to cover it so I don't have to add more water, because once this is in, I don't add more water at all. And I'm just wiping that because it's coconut milk and it will start on fire. So I'm just keeping that up. Okay, what I do now after that, I still add a little more salt because I didn't add enough salt to season the whole coconut, the whole pot, the whole gravy, the whole sauce, whatever you call it. I didn't add enough salt, so I'm gonna add a little more salt. And I just add because I kind of know what I'm doing and it always comes out good. But if you can always taste the gravy once the coconut milk cook. And if it needs more salt, you can always add more salt. I add a little more of all the seasoning that I put in on the fish, just a little more so I can get the sauce right. You can do this without curry powder, but it will be, the color is gonna be a little grayish, creamish color. That's what the finish is gonna be if you just cook it like that. But I've done it like that and it can be eaten and it's real good. It just don't have the curry. But what I like to do is add a little curry to mine. You can just take out like a half a teaspoon of curry and add over it. You can't add too much curry, it won't spoil it. Well, I guess you can. If I add this whole bottle, if I added this whole bottle to this, it will be bitter. But usually you can take out like a half a teaspoon, but I just usually just dump a little over it, and I don't know if you can see how much I put in, but that's just it. And I put that over it and I cover it down. I use the cover to cover the pot down, and then I just shake. This is how I cook fish, because once you stir, you're gonna break it up. So you don't, once you start cooking this, look at that, see already it has the curry color. It's yellow and it smells good already. So once I'm cooked, and I have the stove on high, and that's what I heated it up on. But once the pot go on and I throw the water in, I didn't let nothing sit for no time. I just did that. But see, it started getting yellow, and that's the coconut milk, and it's boiling. You can tell that you added water. It just look like coconut milk, and it smells, like I said, it smells good. But so once you have the fish in, the coconut is boiling, you don't want to stir nothing. Once the fish start cooking, if you stir, you're gonna have like mushy fish. It's gonna break up. So what I usually do is just keep it covered and just shake the pot. And these are pots with rubber handles, so they won't burn. I don't know if you have a pot that has metal handle, you probably have to use something to hold this, but for me this is safe, and I just do this and shake it up, and I let that sit for like 5 minutes, and then I add onions, peppers, and this is jalapeno, habanero, and green pepper. I didn't put a lot of green pepper because green pepper is really manipulative and it would take the taste of everything, so you just want a little green pepper. And this is scallion, and some people call it green onion. And what I do when I this is like 3 stalks, so three of the long pieces that you'll get when you buy a bag. So this is like 3 stalks, and I cut the top, the white part, and everything, because to me, a lot of people throw away the white part, but the white part is where you get the most juice. That's the closest to the root, so that's the most tasteful part. So after about 5 minutes of your curry boiling, I add these because I want them cooked, because it helps to make the gravy tasty. So I add my 3 stalks of chopped onions, green onions or scallions, whatever you want to call it. Then I added my 1 small onion, cut, chopped, and you can cut them whatever way you want, but I usually just dice them. And this is how I usually cook. This is not for show or nothing. This is how I dice them. And I just scrape all that in there. And then I add my peppers. And remember, jalapeno has heat, and habanero has a little heat too. So if you don't like spice, forget the jalapeno, or forget the habanero, or forget the crushed pepper if you don't want no spice. If you want a little spice, you can add just 1. I would say if I was gonna add 1, I would just add the jalapeno. If you want a little extra spice, you add the jalapeno and the habanero. But if you want a full spice like I want, then you add the jalapeno, the habanero, and the crushed pepper. So I just like dump all this in it, and like I said, that hasn't changed. Once it start boiling, I do not stir. I just cover it down, and I just shake. And I leave this on, usually I'll leave this on high for like a good 10 minutes. I do it that way because sometimes you can eat it with dumpling, you can eat it with rice. I'm eating it with rice today, but this is just perfect sauce for me. I usually use a spatula. So I don't want to break it up. Look at the fish, see? It's all nice and whole, just the way I put it in there. And I use a spoon for the gravy, and I use a spatula just to take the fish out, just so it don't break. Share, like, and subscribe.